6 sales over this past weekend. I know that might not be a lot, but we had a lot of things going against us as resellers this past weekend that made our sales dip down. If you experienced bad sales over this first weekend of November, this may be why. I want to get to talking about that. But first, if this is your first time watching one of my videos, I'm Diana, full-time reseller out of the San Francisco Bay Area. I do this full-time. I sell on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari, and I teach you guys how to flip items from thrift stores, yard sales, or stuff in your own home, stuff that you can get for free from free listings in order to make some extra money for the holiday season, for some extra money a month, or to turn this into a full-time business like I did. So if you experienced slow sales this past weekend, there might have been a few things that happened that could have led up to that. There was a lot of things going against us this past weekend. It was just Halloween on Thursday. It was the first of the month on Friday. So a lot of people were getting their bills paid for. It's the holiday season. This is where parents are stopping to think about themselves and they're trying to give their kids that experience, the holiday spirit, the holiday gifts. Starting with holidays like Halloween, this is where sales can kind of dip down around the holidays. Usually the fourth quarter during the holidays is when our sales uptick, but sometimes when the first of the month hits between all that, they can definitely deter your sales. So we had a small holiday come in that was based for children. It was the first of the month the next day, so bills had to be paid and all that stuff. So that might have made your sales slow down just a bit, and that is some of the reasons why. Do not get discouraged. Just keep doing your job every day. If this is a side hustle, come home after work or before work, keep on listing. Don't get discouraged just because you had a bad sales weekend. One of the things with this business, you always have to just keep working, keep churning, no matter if it's a high day or a low day. You can never be high and you can never be low. You got to just keep working. And that's exactly what I did. That's exactly what I do. I list 15 items a day, and I kept listing those 15 items. I only had 6 sales, but they were not bad profit sales, and I want to talk about those with you. So if you can find these at yard sales, thrift stores, or if you have these lying around at home and you want to get rid of them, it's a good time to sell them. I had 2 sales on Mercari, 1 sale on Poshmark, and 3 sales on eBay for a total of 6 sales. Starting off with Mercari first. On Mercari, I sold this Levi's denim jacket. It's a size large. It has an embroidery, and it sold for an offer of $27. I had it set at $34.97. They shot me an offer of $27 after I sent them my automatic 10% off offer with Mercari, which I use AutoPosher for. If you're not using AutoPosher, I highly do recommend it as an automation tool. I use that with a combination of Flyp, honestly, right now, because it's the best bang for my buck. When I'm making way more profits, I do plan on switching over to AutoPosher's Crosslister. But if you're not using an automation tool, I highly recommend it for sites like Mercari and Poshmark, where it can do a lot of things for you. But back to the sell, it sold for $27. I got it for $3.83 at a neighborhood yard sale, and it took 6 months to sell because I obviously got it thinking that it would sell around this time. And take a look at the keywords that I used in this listing. It's definitely important to stay on top of keywords. I used the relaxed because it was a relaxed fit based off of the style code, and I used cowboy, western, and rancher to really attract the right type of buyers. A lot of western stuff is in right now because of Yellowstone and all those types of shows and movies that are coming out right now. So definitely use keywords to your advantage. And cross list on platforms, because I always list to eBay first, but then I cross list to Mercari and Poshmark using Flyp, which is also another great tool. It's $9 a month, and it definitely takes care of your cross listing needs. It also has an automation tool, but you have to have your computer turned on for that to be running. So that's why I have AutoPosher. With the combination of AutoPosher and Flyp, I can cross list and have my automations all in one. So it's not that bad, and that's why I do highly recommend cross listing. Second sell on Mercari was this Greenbrier International blue race car toy. I don't know what this is for. I don't know what toy this is for, but it sold for $9.97. I got it for free in a free stuff alerts listing with it was a whole bunch of toys. It was like 2 bags of toys, and then that was this one. I looked up the comps. I knew it was going to be a bit of a slow seller, but I listed it anyways for $9.97, and it sold for full asking in 2.5 months. So not bad for something that I got for free that I didn't even know anything about, and I just listed it because I saw comps for it. And that's the really cool thing about reselling. You don't have to know everything. You just have to know enough to sell your item, and eBay's 90-day sold comps give you basically all the information you need. Next up on Poshmark is the only sell I got there, but this is definitely a bolo brand. If you're listing, if you're working right now, definitely stop what you're doing. Definitely check out this brand. This is Orla Bear Brown. I think it's a British brand. I'm not too sure exactly where it comes from. Let me see if I can get the tag here for you guys. I'll definitely put it up. Future editing me will be definitely better at that, but the tag is right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. It has this red stitching right here, and Orla Bear Brown is definitely a bolo brand that I would definitely recommend you look out for at thrift stores and yard sales. I picked this up at a yard sale. The bins, wherever you source, Orla Bear Brown is definitely a nice seller. They are like swim trunk shorts. Definitely check out the keywords I used in my title. That is a definite key to get the most money out of your listing. These go anywhere between $60 and $90. Being that it's the end of the summer season, these might go a little bit lower now, and I definitely took this offer because we're going into the colder months, and this might sit with me a little bit longer. I might get lower offers, so I sold them for $60. I had them set at $90. At first they shot me an offer of $50 and I countered $70. They shot back $60 and I definitely took that because I got these for $3. I got two pairs, this one and a red one, for $6 total at a yard sale, and they sold in about 3 months, even though I technically would say they sold in like a month or two because I was gone mid-September through mid-October, but it still was in my inventory. So yeah, these took 3 months to sell, and because we're going into those colder months, I definitely took that $60 offer. But definitely be on the lookout for Orla Bear Brown, because you can get about $90 for them, and they're those types of brands that a lot of people don't know about, so you can definitely get them at the thrift store for much cheaper. On to the biggest and the baddest. On eBay, we had 3 sales. The first one I want to talk about is this Instant Pot pressure lid. This one was mine. I have an Instant Pot, but I upgraded to a new wave oven now. It could do basically the same things with a little bit more room, so I decided to upgrade, and I wanted to get as much money as possible for my stuff. And as you know, I am the parted out queen, so I parted out my whole Instant Pot, and I sold this lid for an offer of $30. I had it set at $34.97. Someone shot me an offer of $30, and I definitely took that. Definitely a bolo at the right price and at the right cost of goods, because it sold in 5 days. So if you have this lying around and you don't want it anymore, or you find it at a yard sale, a thrift store, what have you, and it's super cheap, you can at least get $30 for it, so you know, and it sold in 5 days, priced right. This Trolls Alien doll sold for an offer of $12.57. I had it set, I think I was at $12.97, and I shot that 10% off offer for a watcher, and they definitely took it. This is an alien dress one, so I got a whole, all of these with the vintage Polly Pockets and the vintage Littlest Pet Shop toys. This lady had a whole bunch of different toy collections, and I took them all for free. So I got this one. This dress was on a different doll, but that's why research is key, because I saw if I put this dress on this doll, it would sell for a little bit more if I definitely didn't, if this doll was naked, or I was trying to sell the other doll with this dress. So definitely research is key in this stuff like this. I spent the whole weekend researching the Littlest Pet Shop toys. There was some great profit in there. It's great research. I don't know, do you guys want me to do a Littlest Pet Shop breakdown video like I did for the vintage Polly Pockets? I'm already going to be doing one for the minifigures. Some of them have sold already, but we'll be definitely talking about them and doing honorable mentions. But I don't know if you guys want me to do ones for the Littlest Pet Shop and the Trolls dolls. The Trolls dolls aren't really much to talk about. I lotted up most of them, and I just took the ones out that were worth it just a little bit more. And this one is definitely one to be on the lookout for, because it sold in 9 days, priced right. So if you can lock these up for super cheap, then you can definitely make a little bit of money on them. And finally, this manual food processor, which was mine, and I upgraded, sold for an offer of $9. I think I had it set at $11, and it still works. I just wanted to upgrade it. And yeah, something like this took 3 months to sell since listing. So if you have this lying around and you don't want it anymore, definitely you can make a little bit of money off of this. These are what I call 6 everyday items that sell extremely fast on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari, because they do. Most of them sold within the 90-day cycle, priced right. Always keep your cost of goods as low as possible so you can play with the competition and undercut the market. These are everyday items that you can have lying around your house, or once you start going off to yard sales and thrift stores, you kind of have an idea of what is selling in this everyday item category. Kitchen appliances and toys are something that I notice sell really well all the time, every day, all year. So I would definitely recommend looking into those. I am a high sell-through rate everything seller. As long as it has a high sell-through rate, I'm probably picking it up. So I definitely love entering into new categories like this. So let me know in the comments if you guys are picking up items like this. Will you pick up items like this? And definitely let me know if you knew about Orla Bar Brown. Put a little bear in the comments if you did, and I'll definitely catch you guys on the next one. I love to do these what sold videos because it definitely shows new sellers, and these are the types of videos I loved to watch when I was first starting to resell. What sold, how long it takes to sell, what's selling right now, because it is the first week of November and this stuff is currently selling right now. If you watch this video 6 months from now, the sell-through rates might be a little bit different. That's why I always say eBay's 90-day comps are all that you need to start learning about reselling. High sell-through rate is absolute key, and I do highly recommend using an automation tool and cross-listing, because you just get way more money once you start cross-listing onto these different platforms. Definitely start with eBay first, get familiar with it, get comfortable with it, do a lot of shipping out of there first, and then move over to the other ones. Don't get all three all at the same time. I definitely didn't do that because I knew it would be way too confusing starting off on all three. So just pick one that you like, and I highly recommend eBay because it is the hardest, but once you learn it, everything else is so much easier, especially once you learn shipping. You can make a lot of good money off of shipping. Think about this as a side hustle or a full-time income like I did. I have never had more fun at a job than I am now. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you guys. We have a little bit over 1,100 subscribers, and I thank you guys so much for that. This is only the beginning. I'm definitely going to be taking you guys more with me out and about at thrift stores, yard sales, estate sales, and all that stuff. I picked up some POV glasses, and we're definitely going to be hitting the road with those. Until next time, love you guys.